I can't start questions without talking about the World Cup. Not many people have scored a goal in the World Cup final. In fact, only 61 other people other than you. So talk to me about how that felt, and also professionally, but also personally for you.
It was the best feeling ever, you know. Our dream is to play World Cups, you know, as all the football players in the world. I think it's just to play World Cup, to win the World Cup, and even better to score in the final. So I still got it in my mind. It was a great feeling, and it will stay in the history.
Do you wake up in the night thinking about that goal?
No, not anymore.
No?
No, not anymore. But it always stays in your head. Sometimes it comes back. Yeah.
When you go back to France, what's the reaction now that you're a World Cup winner? Do you sense a difference with the people?
Yes, people thanks me for winning the World Cup. So, you know, we're just doing our job. You just came, you know, you wanted the same thing as the fan, but he had a big impact in France and over the world. To be honest, when I see a French guy who comes, and he want to shake my hand just to say thank you for what we did, and just did like what we wanted to do. We wanted to win it as well. So yeah, it changed a bit.
And a lot of people have seen the YouTube video, the famous of you doing the team talk to the players around the centre in the dressing room. Did you plan that before, or did that just come when you got in that moment? You just delivered it.
No, don't. You can't plan those things. I didn't write anything. It just came from my heart, and been doing it. You know, all the games. I had the players, the group, the staff. We were all together, a family. So what I did, it just came from my heart. So it just came naturally.
I remember when Patrick and Manu Petit came back after '98 with their medals, back in the Arsenal dressing room, and the banter that they gave out was unbelievable. So did you?
No.
You no?
No, because I couldn't. We beat Argentina, Marcus Rojo, Chiqui. We beat Belgium, Romelu, Fellaini. Yeah. I couldn't do that.
A little bit.
No, I just give sometimes, you know, a little things, you know, tricky.
When you left Juve and you came back to this club, was the attraction here to prove that you perhaps shouldn't have left in the first place? Did you have anything to prove, or were you just coming back for football reasons?
When I came back to Manchester, I came back here because I wanted to, and I felt like because I didn't play. For me, I didn't play really for the first team, and before coming here the first time at Manchester, I wasn't a big fan, but being here makes me become a fan of Manchester United. So, and I felt like I wanted to be here. And when I left, it was to play. You know, I was young, and I felt like I needed to play somewhere else. You know, because here it was the players. It was still here, Paul Scholes, Michael Carrick. So, I felt maybe, you know, it's time for me to go and play and come back maybe one day. You know, and that's what I did. So for me, I left because I wanted to play. I needed games to get more experience, and I came back as a I wouldn't say confirmed player, but with a player who had more games in his fit, and to show that I'm ready.
And you obviously went to Juve, which are a huge football club, but if you can just to the fans in America explain how big, because I know how big this club is. I grew up in Manchester as a City fan. So always,
the wrong way.
I know, always the shadow of Man United was over City. It's flipped around a little bit now, but this club is huge. Did you get the set? Try and explain to people around America how big Man United are.
Man United is the biggest club in England. That's for sure. Just when you ask the players, and you come to England, where do you want to play for? They all have the same answer, you know.
But compared to Juve, you were at a big club. Is there
is the story of this club is totally different. Juventus is a huge club, is a big club, but Manchester United is just different. It's just different, you know. The story with the manager, with Sir Alex Ferguson, you know, who in any team, where did you see that? You don't see a lot of academy player comes up and play for the first team. You don't see in any other teams. So that's what makes the difference of Manchester United and any other teams.
Just moving on to Ollie, you obviously played around him when he was in the youth setup and obviously in the reserves as well. Have you noticed the difference in him since he's come back and now he's your first team manager? Do you know his difference in his coaching style or his mannerisms?
Well, like I said before, I had him a few games. You know, he took me to play for the reserve a few games. So it's not like I knew exactly what he was. You know, I wasn't being coaching by him a lot. So now it's different. You know, I get to know him more on this. But as a person, he didn't change. Always the same one, close to the players, talk to the players, smile on his face. When his work is work, you know, after work he's just being himself. And big heart, you can see. That's him, and he didn't change except the hair.
The hair, yeah, we all change our hair. You change your hair enough as well. Yes. I'm just interested to know a little bit about you as a player and how do you see yourself? Where do you see your best position? If you were given a free role, and we all have to play in parameters of how the coach wants to play, etc. But if somebody goes to you, you can go and play where you want today. Where would you choose? Would it depend on who you're playing, or do you prefer a certain position in midfield?
I think it depends. It depends. You know, the way we're playing now. You know, I just like to play in free. In the World Cup, you know, example, in the World Cup, we play in 4-4-2. Yeah. So I play with the two, a bit more freedom than N'Golo, but I was deeper. Here I'm more offensive than in national team. It depends. It depends the role that the manager gives me. It depends the way he wants me to play, how much I can be effective in the team, how much I can help the team. It depends on a lot of things. But for me, the best position is just to play on the pitch and not be on the bench or in the stands. So just play.
Somebody asked me yesterday when I was thinking about questions, where do you think his best position is? And I said, well, I'm going to ask him. But I said, my opinion on him is wherever the ball is. So if it's a defensive game, if it needs to be a little bit deeper, then where the ball is, because getting you on the ball, for me, when I've watched United, has been the key to any game I've seen, and just give you the ball or be on the ball or around where the ball is. And so you're playing a game, whoever it is against, the whistle goes, you're just about to start the kickoff. How long into that game is it before you have worked out the pattern of the game? So just give some people at home an indication on how quickly you work the game out. So when you start the game.
But we're working on this, you know, in training. It's like the game against Tottenham. We work on things, how to hurt them, and a quick attack. And that's how we hurt them. That's how we score a goal. Sometimes you need to adapt as well because they block our way of attacking. So we figure it out. Not only the players, but even the team, the manager. They see and they talk to you. We change things. Sometimes you have to change things. Sometimes you just stay on the same tactic. So it depends of the team we play against. It depends how the way they defend, and depends on a lot of things, I think.
And again, as well, the influence of the coach on the sideline, whoever it is. Do you still play? Because I know coaches used to shout things to me on the pitch, and a lot of the time I'm kind of, you're in the game, so you know a little. I always found you know a little bit more than the coach at times, because I've got this guy, I'm marking Ryan Giggs. I can't be listening to a coach. I know how to do that. Just sometimes obviously you listen to the coach, but are you playing the game more yourself than listening to a coach from a player's point of view?
There's always a thing that the coach need to tell you because they see the game differently as you. Yeah. We see it close to the player. We don't see the space they have, you know. Yeah. But sometimes this little tip that the manager gives you will help you. But then the manager, I don't think that the manager can tell you when you fail to make this run there, when you feel the ball will come here, the manager cannot tell you to feel that. Then that's the player can, only the player can feel that. The player can go and when 1v1 he passes his play and he shoots and he can score. The manager won't tell you to do that, but he will tell you maybe to defend, to make this run, to open the gap of the defense and all this stuff that the manager can see outside because we don't see we see it differently.
I think you see it as a coach on the sideline, but as a player you feel it, don't you? You use that word feel.
It's how do you call this? The word in English, sorry. Instinct, sorry. Yeah. It's instinct. You cannot explain even you know, sometimes it's just something to tell you, go shoot from 30 yards. And you go, you shoot and you score. Sometimes you miss as well. Didn't. You know? But for a defender as well, he felt the ball will go there, he need to anticipate, and he goes, he anticipates, he gets in front of the striker. Those things that I think the player feel it.
Yeah. So growing up as a boy, who were your heroes? Who influenced you in the way you play your game?
Like I said before when I was younger, I was more attacking. So I used to watch Ronaldinho, Zidane, Ronaldo, all those players, attacking players. And now, like I said, I used to look up on Yaya Touré, Abu Dhabi, Iniesta, Xavi, Scholes, Carrick, Pirlo. As a midfielder, you know, this position, I look at them. Even now, I look at Kevin De Bruyne, Modric, Toni Kroos. And now just want to be myself, you know, try to get all the best, learn from them and be myself, Paul Pogba.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, yeah. You know, try to be myself. Always be myself, you know. And try to do things that I'll miss one. You know, Steven Gerrard, midfielder as well, Frank Lampard. Those players, you know, what they did in their career, you know, try to get all the best quality, the best achievement of all those players and make it myself, make a Paul Pogba.
Do you feel a bit more responsibility on your shoulders now that you're back in the team and the team is winning, you've got a new coach, and do you feel that the responsibility on you to perform at a higher level, or you always felt like that?
When I came here, you know, a lot of things, a lot of pressure. I would say media, you know, the biggest transfer in the history. So obviously, they will put everything on you, even if I'm a midfielder, you know. And so I'm used to that. Like I said before, I'm just give my best. Manchester United trust in me, you know, to get me back, you know. I give my best, they have trust in me, the manager has trust in me, the players as well, so I just play my football, that's it. And they expect obviously always the best, scoring goals, making assists, doing everything, but you can't. You just have a normal player who can help the team the most he can, but like I said, when the team wins, and the team around you, you know, you're all good, we win, it's always better. Yeah.
Paul, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. I have one more question, and can you get me some of those orange trainers? Because I think I can carry them off.
Yes, of course I can, no problem.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Pleasure, thanks.
Thank you.